guys, welcome back to Growing Pains. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, evening, night, whatever it is you're doing. I hope it is fantastic. And today's episode, I do have a special guest, and his name is Brett. And he does a little bit of some golf, specifically PGE,
PGA.
PGA,
PGA.
PGA certified and everything. So I wanted him to just give a little rundown of everything he does and kind of like how he got to where he is and what got him interested in it and just some advice. So just to start, I would like to ask like what kind of got you into golf first of all?
Um, I've always kind of been into golf all my life. Started playing when I was about like 2 years old. If you count using a plastic club around the house. So
Okay.
been playing for pretty much most of my life.
Was that like the one sport your parents were like did they force you on it or
Not
you kind of
really.
just like picked up a club, you're like I want to do this?
Yeah, I mean my dad's a huge golfer,
Oh,
so he was
okay. Okay.
gonna give it a shot and it stuck pretty quick. So
Okay. Did you do any other sports at all or just golf?
grew up playing hockey too,
Oh, okay.
mainly. Yeah.
Okay,
So
nice.
golf and hockey were my
Because you're
main
from
two.
Connecticut,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep.
So it gets cold there, I'm
It
assuming.
does.
So
Yep. Yep.
that's must be that actually would be kind of hard with golf. I didn't really think of it. It's like can you only play during certain
Well,
seasons?
right. It kind of works out so well for playing golf and hockey is when it's
Okay.
not golf season, I can
It's
play
hockey
hockey,
season,
right?
yeah.
So do a little bit of both and not play the same sport 12 months a year. I like having a
Okay.
break too, a little off season. I kind of believe in that.
Okay. And I do like we were talking earlier about how your dad like he was in sports already, so
Hmm.
you kind of just always had sports in your life all
Right.
around
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Did he like help you push you into golf more or were you more pursuing on yourself of just doing it
Good
and
question. Probably a little bit of both. I mean, I think he pushed me like any dad would, but it
mhm.
wasn't like too much or
Okay,
anything.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely taught me how to be more competitive and not give up, grind through it, but at the same time, it's kind of have a little bit of that in me
Okay.
as well. So,
Did you play in college or
a
like
little bit, but not really. I kind
okay.
of did more hockey stuff behind the scenes. So,
Okay, so what made you, I guess, want to go take it more serious, take golf more serious rather than just as a hobby?
um, to be honest, probably how good I was. I wasn't half bad in high school growing up. So I was just like, well, if I'm still halfway decent at it, then
Okay. How long
kind of
did
keep going.
how long did it take you to be like registered and everything and how did you have to what were the actions you had to take in order to get
So I'm not fully quite
registered?
there yet. I'd say I'm
Okay.
maybe about halfway through on the whole
Okay.
program. But I mean, coming out of college, I was either gonna I'm either gonna work in hockey or golf. And so I tried hockey at first, and I did that for a few years. It was fun. Didn't work
Okay.
out, so I'm like,
Did you
this is
coach or like what did you
yeah, I kind of coach private
Okay.
lessons, like one on one stuff
Okay,
like
that's
that.
fun.
It was fun. Um, but then I'm like, that didn't work out, so I'm like, let's give golf a shot. So
Okay,
did that,
nice.
and growing up playing golf, you kind of learn the staff, the head pro, assistant pro. I'm like, I'll go be assistant pro somewhere, and
Okay.
start there, and then kind of see where that takes me. But
So where do you want to go with it? I guess like what's like your dream state or your dream
um,
job with it?
deep question. I don't know. I mean, every golfer wants to play the highest level they can.
Okay. Is that like what like Pebble Beach like? Because when I was working at like a firm, we would like a lot of people would go to like talk about Pebble Beach and how it was like the place for golfers, and I was like
Yeah,
didn't really know much about it.
yeah. It's more that's more of a destination. You
Okay.
could maybe compare it as like the Disney World of golf. I mean,
Okay. Disney
so
World of Golf.
Disney
Okay.
World of golf, you can go
Mhm.
any skill level. I mean, it's going to be expensive, but you
Mhm.
have to stay on profit. A lot of not rules, but it is a bucket list thing. It's a pretty special place.
What do you have to take like classes? Like what do the classes look like, or like what kind of hours do you have to put in order
For the
to
PGA or in general,
for the PPGA?
the PGA is more kind of, I guess you could say, like an online schooling thing. So you kind of do it when you can. I mean, they have like certain time limits. You got to do it by this time, but I guess you could say kind of go at your own pace type thing. So and
Okay.
then they have certain seminars and then kind of workshops. You do these um, kind of quizzes and different stuff like that. Just kind of
Okay.
almost like a little class, I guess you could say. Kind of like school. You go to textbook, you lecture, kind of different stuff like that.
How long would you say like each lesson is, or how long does it take for like each course, or is it really just
Um,
on your own?
I'd say a year and a half. I mean, you could probably do it quicker, but um, the tough part is like if you do work at a golf course, your summers are busy, so there's like
Mhm.
barely any time. So you
Yeah.
kind of try and do that in the winter time.
Okay. And then do you have to get like a certain amount of hours like doing certain type of golf or like how does that all entail? Because
So
I don't really know golf that
no, that's all
much.
right. So there's only one they call the playing ability test, where you
Mm.
basically, because part of being a PGA is you have to be a good golfer. That's kind of, which is kind of a
Mhm.
cool part of being
Yeah.
a job. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Um, so they do this test. It's a 1 day thing. You play 36 holes, which is 2 rounds the same
Okay.
day, and they give you a target score, and you basically your total score from the 2 rounds. If it's this or under, you passed.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So it's not easy, it's not hard, but it's a mental challenge more than
It's all
anything.
in one day too,
1 day,
like
yeah.
oh
So
wow.
it's a long day, yeah. It's
Okay.
an all day thing. You tee off at like 7, you're done by like 7 or 8. It's all day, and you hope you make it.
Yeah, I hope you make
I
it.
made it by 1, so it was close. It was close.
Made by
It was
one.
close. And so it is, it's probably like that, and then also almost like a test because they have them throughout the years. You just pick
Oh,
whichever one
okay.
you can do.
Okay.
They don't have a ton of them, but they have, if I had to guess, 5 or 6 of them.
Mhm.
Um, so you just pick which one. You can pick the course they're at.
Mhm.
So you're like, all right, I'll do this one, and that's your day.
Okay, and they're like all over, just kind of like your destination wherever you're close
Right,
by.
right.
Okay.
Yep,
And
yep.
how many people are usually there, would you say?
Oh, I did mine a few years ago. I would say, I mean, I don't know if I take a quick guess, 20 to 40. So there's a few,
Okay. Like
but not a ton.
participating
Yeah, a bunch
participants?
of pros trying to pass their
Okay.
test. Once you pass it, you don't have to do it.
Okay.
But again, it can be tricky at first, and
Mhm.
I made it by 1, so it could have very
Wow.
easily gone the other
Yeah.
way. So it was close.
Okay, so when you pass that, and then what's like the next level? Like what's
The next level is probably the level 1 that you get in kind of the books.
okay.
You can start the books before if you don't pass, like you can kind
Oh,
of
okay.
start, but
So you have to
um,
get that. You have to pass that
you almost have
that physical activity in order
right,
to go on to the
right,
okay the
yeah,
books and
that playing
stuff.
test, yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. What are some like pros and cons I would say they come with like golfing and like you're like encapsulating on golf. So like you really want to do it. So like I guess there has to be like some cons of like not being able to do other things. So like did you have like any other hobbies that you were interested in that like kind of had
Sure.
to kind of lack off or just kind of put more effort into golf and you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd say, especially working golf. I mean,
Mhm.
playing in general, but especially working in golf, it's tough because it's long hours,
Mhm.
very long hours, and the hours can be kind of weird sometimes,
Okay.
early mornings or late nights or whatever. But so that can take away from a lot of either family time or other hobbies and stuff like that. I mean, you could always use the excuse I'm too tired, but some
Mhm.
days you are just too
Yeah.
tired. You're like,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't. So that's the probably only downfall is the hours are a lot, but at the same time, you're around golf. I mean, a golf
Mhm.
course to my office, meet a lot of really cool people. Like that's one of the big pros of the job is
I
you
was
meet a lot
yeah.
of
What are some like what's one of like the best what's one of your favorite memories that you've had around golf or like what was like someone you met or
Um, I mean, playing with my dad at like some special courses always that'll be top of the list. But
what's like a favorite what's like one of your favorite courses?
oh man, if I had to pick one, I'd say it's Marion.
Where is that
Marion,
at,
it's
man?
in my dad's gonna kill
Did you usually play like all over Connecticut or did you get to travel a lot for it in golf? Because I know my cousin, she was really intense with gymnastics at first growing up, and then but her parents like really pushed her, her dad specifically like was insane and like really pushed her. And then she kind of was like, I don't like gymnastics anymore. And then she got really into golf. Like
me. Mhm.
they literally moved to Florida so she could
Really?
like play
Yeah,
all year round
I
and
know a
like
lot of people, or not a lot, but I know a good amount of people who do that.
yeah, now
Yeah.
like they live on a golf course
Hmm.
and like yeah, so like I just like was curious if like that was like they wanted to like move with you like or
Not really. I wasn't too. Um, we didn't do that too much. I'd say I traveled more for hockey.
oh
Now the
okay.
benefit of growing up in kind of New England and Connecticut is we could travel a lot, but we
Hmm.
can go to Maine or Massachusetts, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
not that far of a
everything's pretty
drive.
close,
Everything's
yeah.
pretty close, right? People who play hockey here in Cincinnati, I mean, what's the
And
closest one? Nashville or like
yeah,
Chicago? Like that's tough for
yeah,
a
it's a pretty
12,
far
13
drive.
year old. Like, um, so traveled a lot for hockey. Golf more, I'd say, just around the state. So hour and a
Okay.
half, 2 hours, nothing too.
All right. And you said your
Um,
favorite place was
favorite place was Marion. Yeah, with my
yeah,
dad in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that was
Pennsylvania.
yeah Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a special place.
Nice, nice.
So that was fun.
Did you drive there or did you guys fly?
Um, we forgot we were hanging out. It was kind of part of a trip, so we were doing a
Oh,
few
okay.
things and kind of we did drive. Yeah. So it was because it wasn't too far of a drive, so we just made a little trip out of it and did that. So those are some of my favorite memories.
That's
But yeah,
fun.
golf it's really cool.
Do you still get to golf with your dad often or not as
Not
much?
as much. I like to more. Not as much, but I'm sure we
Mm.
will.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
assuming
we'll
he's
try.
busy.
Yeah, he's busy. I'm busy. It's yeah.
Yeah, it can be definitely hard. Would you have any advice for someone who like would want to get into like do that test and then do everything? Like, what are the benefits from it, I guess, and why would it be beneficial for someone to do it?
Um, I mean, if you're really into golf, I think you have to love the game. You have to
Mhm.
almost like kind of live it a little bit, like because like kind of going back to the long hours. Like there's long hours, but as a golfer, I still want to play. So
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
either. I mean, sometimes yeah, you go home, but sometimes it's like at least give me an hour of practicing. So then that turns into like a
Mm.
12, 13 hour day, and that's a long day, and then you got a 10-hour day tomorrow. So you got to really love it,
Mhm.
especially if you want to pass that test and be good. You have to practice.
Yeah.
So that's
You
kind
got
of
to be like
where
really
that's
good.
kind of I think that's part of it too is learning how to manage your time. Is hey maybe get in a half hour before work, get an hour after work or something. So
Yeah.
learning how to manage it and whatnot. But I was lucky at the golf courses I worked at. I had great pros, great bosses. So they would either let me go out a little earlier practice, or if we're really slow, hey, you want
Mhm.
to go play with some members? And I'd go play,
Oh,
which
that's so
was pretty
fun.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big benefit, but the big thing is kind of loving it.
You really
Really
gotta
have
have
to.
the
You really
passion
got to.
for it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. That makes sense. Once you get registered and everything, where would you want to go from there? Like, what do you get from getting that certification?
Um,
Or well, is it even a certification?
it's
Like,
a certification.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's because I mean, you got kind of you once you pass all three tests and do the whole certification, the whole thing, you get like kind of like the three letters at the end of your like an MBA type thing.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
you get that. So I don't
Okay,
want to
that's so
compare it to an
cool.
MBA, but like
So
something
like a
like that.
doctor, like kind of like that, you mean?
Yeah, so like
Okay,
yeah,
that's
at the end
so
of an
cool.
email, comma PGA, like you're certified Class A. They call it Class A. That's the
Oh,
passing
that
rank.
is so
So
cool.
it's neat. Yeah, and then I mean, I think like any job, the more kind of certifications you have, the more people will
Yeah.
kind of take you seriously and
Get
um,
more
get
options.
more options, more opportunities. So
Hmm.
it's kind of that too. But yeah, it's
That's
just yeah,
fun.
certification is a good way. Yeah, good way to put it.
Well, dang, that's really fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Um, I might have like already asked it, but I think you were kind of about to say it. But like one of your favorite for like their favorite experiences you've had with golfing, or like just like a really good trip you've had,
Um,
and like why it was great.
whew. Man, I don't know. I could go fun. I could go. I mean, there was one time. I say a fun part was because the PGA Tour they would always have a tournament in Connecticut, so I'd go every year.
Oh, okay.
I'd usually go in the morning and then go play after. It'd be a nice full day of golf
Go in the more like oh
because
okay,
they would
never
tee
mind.
off
Okay,
at like 7
when
or
you lived there,
when I
right?
lived there.
Okay,
Right? Yeah. No. Right.
I
Right.
was like
Right.
you fly
Oh
in the
no.
morning and
No.
then come back. Oh my,
No. When
that's
I was
kind of
growing up,
crazy.
yeah. So yeah, it was always a fun day. I'd go every single year. It was a cool tournament, and it was usually right after the U.S. Open, so like one of the majors.
Yeah.
So players are all tired from that, so they're more laid back, relaxed.
Mm.
People shoot crazy low scores. Like it's a more of a fun tournament, but players love
Mhm.
it. But one of the times my dad got the opportunity to play in the pro am. They always do a pro am on Wednesday,
Oh, that's so cool.
um, and he asked me if I could caddy for him, which was super cool. So
Is that like the stuff where like Tiger Woods would be at, or
So
like
sort of, except that he doesn't have to do them because he's
okay,
Tiger. But
yeah,
I'd say a
okay,
lot of I mean, like the mid tier guys, like Rory probably doesn't have to. Scotty maybe sometimes. I don't know. But a lot of the mid tier guys is kind of part of a contract or something. Hey, play the pro am on Wednesday, and
oh
so
wow.
it's fun. I mean, some players enjoy it, some players don't
How,
love it because they
how
want
do
to
you?
practice,
Yeah, that's
they want
true.
to focus,
I want to
but
focus.
it's kind of
They're like I don't got time for this.
right, yeah. So sometimes it can't be good, but there was one year it was my dad, Doug Flutie, quarterback. and then Chris Berman, who's an ESPN reporter, and then JJ Henry, the golfer. And it was just a super fun day. Like it
That's
was
so
just, yeah.
fun.
And they say it's always fun to be inside the ropes because at golf courses they have ropes that separate the spectators, and
Oh.
so
Oh,
the cool
okay.
part is you can get like this close to a golfer, which
Oh,
is
wow.
really cool.
Mhm.
Um, but they just have ropes there, so whenever you go to watch, you're always outside the ropes. So it's
Yeah.
always fun being inside the ropes. You almost
Yeah.
feel like you're in it a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's really cool. I always talk to the pros, kind of getting their tips and tricks and
How old were you
whatnot.
at the
So
time?
I had to guess 16-ish,
Okay.
15, 16. Yeah. I don't think I was quite 17, but maybe 14, but somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How do like how do those people like get in those golf events then? Like how do you like what how do they what makes them a pro, I guess?
um,
I mean,
honestly, it's as simple as, I mean, not as simple as, but it's almost
like getting
as
known.
simple as willing to accept money when you win a tournament. So they made a
Okay.
bunch of new rules recently. I haven't read them in a bit, but
Yeah.
basically, kind of pro and amateur difference
Okay.
was if I go play a tournament as a professional, I can take money as winnings.
Okay.
Amateurs can't take cash,
Okay.
or I
Okay.
can take cash as winnings. That's a better way to put it. They can't take cash, so they can take if they win $500, they can get like go to the pro shop and get $500 worth of credit,
Oh,
but they
okay.
can't
I
take a
gotcha.
check or can't take cash. As a professional, I can play for a tournament and take cash as win.
Okay. What kind of
Yeah.
how do these tournaments get set up? Like who sets up these tournaments? Like
Just tournament organizations. There's a bunch
okay.
of different ones out there. They just kind of talk to different golf courses when do you have availability, figure out how much interest would be, so it can figure out a purse, like who gets first, second place.
Okay.
So
And they get like fundraisers then for like the
yeah,
winnings and
sponsors
stuff.
and
Like
stuff, sponsor
sponsors.
holes.
Okay.
Yep. Um,
That makes sense.
yep.
How many do you think are around a year? Or at least how many have you attended in a year or have gone to?
PGA Tour. The main guys like the PGA Tour tournaments, not too many. But like our section, the Southern
Mm-hmm.
Ohio, my PGA section,
Mm-hmm.
they host. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to double check. Call it 20 to 25 ish events. Um,
Wow. And that's only like in a short amount of air time, I'm assuming, because the weather.
yeah, call it March to October ish.
March?
Yeah,
March, it's still snowing.
it's
That's
sometimes. Yeah, yeah,
sometimes it's yeah, it
and
could
there's
be
different formats too. It's like a lot of the
okay.
times, it is they call it just stroke play individual. So I go play whoever shoots lowest score, first place, second place, 1 day tournament. Then they have other different formats too, like pro
Mm.
ams where I can bring a few buddies and I
And then
have
you'd be the pro, they'd be the
they'd
amateurs.
be yeah, right, right.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then so they would play for like the pro shop credit
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and then the pros would have their own tournament, and we would play for cash and stuff.
Okay.
So
Like would the pros all play with the other pros or like would
no,
pros also play with amateurs, amateurs
they
would play
right,
all mixed? Oh,
right,
okay,
yeah,
gotcha,
yep,
gotcha.
yep.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And then so like I guess you are considered a pro because of that the test that you had to take.
Yeah, the certification,
Okay.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha,
but to
gotcha.
do that, you also have to forfeit your amateur status. So technically, and which I mean, you can do, but it's a bit of a process, and they don't really want you going
Mm.
back to being an amateur because um,
How do you get status of like an amateur?
so you basically don't become a pro, and then
Okay.
you're an amateur.
Okay.
Yeah, so any
Okay. So
person who's not a pro golfer
oh, okay, so you're
is
just
an
automatically
amateur,
labeled like an
right?
amateur.
And so
Okay, got it.
amateurs, if they want, or if they're good enough, I'd say, can play in professional tournaments, but again, they can't take cash. So if
Okay,
they win
gotcha.
first place, so like for the cash pool, the next second place gets the first place prize or whatever. But they just can't take the
Wow.
cash. But yeah,
Okay.
as long as you haven't declared yourself a professional, then
Wow, okay.
yeah,
But then if the amateur wants to be pro, then they have to take that class and then drop off their
yeah,
amateur
right.
status.
Or like if they're really good players at college are amateurs, and then if they're good enough, they go to the PGA Tour, and then they're professionals because they start taking
Oh wow.
money. Yeah, they start taking cash.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh, that's crazy.
but yeah, they don't really want you going back to being an amateur because kind of part of being as a professional is I'm around the game 15
Mhm.
hours a day. Amateurs are not. They have 9 to 5s,
Mhm.
family, so they don't want like if I'm around it for so long, it's kind of an advantage for
Yeah,
me to go back to be an amateur and um,
that makes sense.
right. So just to kind of protect the amateurs a little bit because again, pros are whether we're practicing or not, we are around the game kind of learning about it, learning the ins and outs. So
Yeah, because I mean, you work in it right now,
right,
so.
right.
And then I was gonna ask, like, when you were not at where you work now, what were you doing before? Because you started talking about like a golf course. Like, what did you do
Yes.
at the golf
So I
course?
was I was an assistant pro. So basically, um, I would do a little bit of everything. But when you walked in the golf shop, there would usually be someone at the front desk, either me or the head pro, my boss. We'd be there. We'll help you make a tee time, get your clubs for you, re-grip clubs, give lessons, just kind of do a
Okay,
little bit of everything.
nice, nice. How long were you there for?
I was at Lasanovo for 5 years, I think, maybe 4 full years, but 4 to 5 years. And then I was up at Miami Valley in Dayton, Ohio,
Oh wow, okay.
for 2 years.
Dang,
Yeah,
okay, nice. And do you like where you are now, like what you do now
I do.
better than okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. If not, you're kind of into this, but like if not golf, like is there what else could you see yourself doing? Like,
I
and are
mean, maybe
this
hockey,
really
but
baby hockey?
maybe
Like
hockey, but I don't know.
your sports are just it for you.
It'd
You
be
knew
sports. Yeah,
sports.
yeah, something in sports, even if it's not whether playing or kind of coaching or something. I mean, I like coaching a lot, so
Did you ever think about being like a spokesperson for it or like a commentator or anything?
um, maybe a little bit, but I
Not
don't know.
really.
No, I like playing and coaching. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like.
I like actually playing the
Yeah,
game and
right,
actually doing
right.
it.
Even just if I'm coaching, I'm out on the ice or get a
Mhm.
lesson, I'm still out there. So
Well, that's fun.
yeah.
How long did you coach hockey for?
Not for
You say?
not for too long. After college, it was just I think 2.5 years. But I did coach a little bit, like in high school, like volunteer stuff. So I'd help out little kids and
In high
stuff like
school?
that.
Okay,
When
that's
I was in high school, yeah,
oh, okay, dang, okay. And
yeah.
in college you also coach, you're saying then?
I didn't really coach in college. I did more kind of behind the scenes stuff for
Okay.
Miami's team. So kind of went to practice, did video editing and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun.
That's fun. Dang,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know you did video so much. You
yeah,
seem like you really
yeah,
like the video side of it.
yeah, yeah. Kind of video production. Did a little bit in high school too. So it's always just kind of been around.
Yeah, video production.
I'm like I'm decent at it, so it's kind of
It
fun.
is fun. I love video
Yeah,
production. Anything else that you'd like to say, I guess, for anybody else?
just never give up. I
Never
guess.
give up. Yeah, best
Never
advice.
give up.
Never give up. Just keep on going, you
Keep on
know.
going. Yeah, the Rubber Band Man by the Spinners. It's an old one, but
The Rubber
the
Band
Rubber
Man.
Band Man by the Spinners. It's an old one,
Okay.
but every time it comes on,
It's a
I
classic.
can't
It's
help
a
but
good
dance, and
one.
I don't dance, so
That's
I can't help it. So
I'm gonna make sure to play that at work next
yeah,
time.
I know.
Oh, that's gonna be funny. Well, thank you so much for coming
Of
on here
course. Thanks
and
for having me. That
giving a
was
little
fun.
talk. Of course,
That was
thank
fun.
you. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And if you haven't already, make someone smile. Thank you guys.
See you
Bye.
guys.